Thank you, Dustin. Welcome to Beta Gamma Sigma, all members, inductees, and guests. Today we celebrate a significant academic achievement. Each of these inductees has demonstrated exceptional dedication, excellence in their studies. Being invited to Beta Gamma Sigma is the highest academic honor a business student can achieve at an AACSB accredited institution. We're very proud of your accomplishments and honored to welcome you to this distinguished society. Members of the University of Nebraska Kearney Chapter Beta Gamma Sigma, we will now proceed with the recognition of our newly elected members. Mr. Fasbender, will you please present the candidates?
Dean Invick, I present 13 candidates for membership in Beta Gamma Sigma as undergraduates, 5 MBA candidates for membership, 3 Beta Gamma Sigma members who will receive second recognition as MBA students, 1 faculty member for membership, and 1 honorary member, Carson Rao.
This is for you guys, now listen up. Do you desire to be admitted to Beta Gamma Sigma? If so, please say, I do. I do. That's always the toughest part. You have been invited into Beta Gamma Sigma because your achievements and scholarship in service. We are honored to welcome you. Beta Gamma Sigma is the International Honor Society for Business dedicated to encouraging academic excellence and fostering personal and professional leadership. The principles of Beta Gamma Sigma are represented by 3 Greek words that come from the name, Beta, Gamma, and Sigma. Let's hear about the meaning of each one. So I will start with Beta. Beta is the initial letter of the Greek word babios, which signifies honor. Honor is personal integrity and excellence of character. It is an enduring quality found in all persons who deserve to lead others. All honorable persons conscientiously seek to recognize, uphold, and encourage that which is ethical and which is just. With humility, they acknowledge human failings, which tend to induce the sacrifices of lofty ideas for base gain. When confronted with a variety of alternative goals and multitude of pressures and means to achieve these goals, but their honor is coupled with resolute courage. They may falter and they may fail, yet they rise with renewed determination to do what is right. Their reputations are the most priceless possessions. All honorable persons recognize their duties before they demand their rights. They respect law and promote order, not because of negative fear of sanctions, but because of an affirmative conviction that a good society requires the stability which order provides. Worthy members of Beta Gamma Sigma consciously seek to act honorably at all times. They confidently pursue peace of mind and happiness for themselves, even as they serve exemplar for others. Honor is a guiding star which encourages altruism, enlightens social responsibility and service rather than selflessness. I ask you to accept honor as an ideal to be translated into reality in your conduct in everyday life. Now listen to the explanation of Gamma.
Gamma is the initial letter of the Greek word gnosis, which means wisdom. Wisdom is knowledge tested by experience and tempered by discerning judgment. It abhors prejudice. It insists upon freedom of thought and expression. Truly wise persons are aware of their talents and achievements and do not deny or belittle them with misplaced modesty. However, they are also acutely aware of their own limitations and are sympathetic to the shortcomings of others. They are quick to acknowledge their profound dependence on masters who have gone before them. They laud those who have laboriously built earlier civilizations, and they gratefully accept the rich intellectual and cultural heritage they have provided. They are, moreover, thankful for their contributions to their development made by family and friends, by superiors and subordinates, and by associates and antagonists. Persons of wisdom constantly seek a better comprehension and more fruitful application of what is known. They are also endlessly engaged in the quest for understanding of what is unknown. Although the fund of human knowledge has literally multiplied in recent decades, the wise person happily anticipates a future which promises to provide expansion. This is a challenge worthy of the finest mind. I ask you to continue your quest for wisdom, nurture it, and utilize it in your conduct every day of your life. Listen finally to the explanation of sigma.
Sigma is the initial letter of the Greek word spoude, which means earnestness. Earnestness is enthusiasm measured by achievement, disciplined by reason, and ennobled by sincerity. It is that dynamic quality which is essential for all great achievement. Earnest persons reject both temerity and timidity. They have courage to match their convictions. They inspire confidence, invite action, and generate progress. Without earnestness, both honor and wisdom lose much of their potential effectiveness. Noble purposes, defined with wisdom and upheld with honor, remain but evanescent dreams without the driving power of sensible enthusiasm. The greatest personal achievements are tributes to the blending of honor, wisdom, and earnestness in the minds and hearts of those who lead. Rewards for the individual and progress for society surely proceed from this wholesome union of qualities. To each of you, much has been given in mind and body and spirit. Of each of you, accordingly, much is expected. Earnestness will help provide the perseverance that dispels weariness, the forward thrust that overcomes opposition, and the resilience that rebounds from reverses. To the earnest person, problems become opportunities for service and profit. I ask you to accept earnestness as a guide and stimulant in your personal conduct each and every day. Thank you. Back to Dean Nick.
Okay, you have all heard the principles that members of Beta Gamma Sigma uphold: honor, wisdom, and earnestness. Do you accept these principles as your own? If so, please say, I do. Now repeat after me a statement in which you formally accept the principles of Beta Gamma Sigma. I pledge myself to maintain and uphold the ideals and principles of Beta Gamma Sigma. The Scholastic Business Honor Society. I will guard and cherish honor. I will strive to acquire wisdom. And use it for the betterment of society. I will cultivate earnestness in all my undertakings. As a member of this chapter of Beta Gamma Sigma, I will recognize my obligation to assist and cooperate in the development of its purposes. I will seek all honorable means to advance the interests of the college and university of my community and of my nation. Do you affirm this pledge? If so, say I do.
I do.
That was the hardest part. Now we're back to Dustin.
All right, thank you, Dean Denvik. Good job on your memorization. I was really impressed.
There'll be a test.
Now is the fun part. In recognition of your accomplishments and of your pledge to high ideals, we will now present to you the key of Beta Gamma Sigma. This key is a symbol of the ideals of honor, wisdom, and earnestness, which you all have accepted. You will receive a certificate signifying your membership. The students who are joining the ceremony via Zoom or who are unable to attend, please contact the Dean's office for more information on how to obtain your certificate. So I will call the names of the new members, and Dean Denvik will confer the key to each member. Faculty, you heard him. You just heard from him. Dr. Christopher B. Neck.
Do you want?
Go back to the start. Students, there we go.
We'll show you.
Those who are currently in our master's program: Zachariah Diesner, Tara Gross, Lena Howard, Lana Shaw, Julia Welch. Master's second recognition: Dolly Anders, Courtney Cox, and Allison Surmeyer. Those that were not in attendance, hopefully you were joining us over Zoom, and you can contact the Dean's office for more information on how to get your certificate. Seniors: Weston Heineman, Graham Kaland, Ellie Spain,
Yes.
Juniors: Cammie Becker, Leslie Bush, Van William Marty Fasbender, Lakin Getz,